Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, November 1st. Sweet November is here. I was greeted this morning with a nosebleed, so you have to forgive me there. Don't quite have the proper proper tools to clean myself up. So, we're out here, Montana, day 3. Easton was this close yesterday. It's kind of unfortunate because we did everything right, but equipment malfunction, the rangefinder wasn't working properly, couldn't get an exact range, and just missed. And just one of those things, one of those unfortunate realities of hunting. But we're back in the same area today. I'm sitting up on this high point glassing right now, and I can see 2 mule deer bucks. I'm assuming it's probably 2 of the 4 from yesterday. They were coming across the private towards the public over here where they were yesterday, and they ended up bedding down out there. The one may be on public yet, but it's going to be hard to get to them. The other one I think is a little deeper on private. So we deal with private land boundary issues at home, and we're dealing with it here too. So I was walking down with Easton. We were going to go get up on a high point where we were yesterday, assuming he was going to keep walking into the sage. And then about halfway there, I thought to myself, I better just stay back and figure out exactly where he goes, because if we get up on there and don't know where he went, we're going to be sitting there twiddling our thumbs. So I hustled back, and I'm glad I did, because I watched him bed down. So we at least know where he's at now. He'll probably hang right in and around there all day, so we'll have to try to game plan and go from there. Well, those bucks bedded down, like I mentioned. We've watched them for probably about an hour now. One of them looks to be on the public, but he's going to be really tough to get to. And then one of them, I think, is onto the private. He's big. So I'm going to head to Easton. It's a freaking long walk. Got to go all the way. He's up on top of that point, so I'm going to head that way now. It might be about 45 minutes till I get to him, but once I get there, we'll devise a plan, and hopefully we can put a stalk on him. It didn't quite make it to the sage they were in yesterday. We were hoping that he would, but I guess that'll just add a new exciting challenge. I'm freezing though. On a stalk, taking a break. The deer's up there above this ditch. I'm in a levee. He's up there probably 300 yards, 400 yards. I've crawled up this levee so far. We spotted him from up there a couple miles away, so I'm trying to get way up here so I can pop up and see if he's close enough for a shot. I've been stalking for 8 hours, but it's probably been more like 2 or 3 as far as actually crawling and trying to get in on this deer that we spotted this morning.
Right now I have him at 340 yards. And I've crawled up to this point where I can see him pretty well. And I feel very confident in that shot. I know that was guesstimated to be the distance I shot at yesterday. However, I have a functioning rangefinder today. So, I think if this buck stands, I might try to take a shot. Unless he acts like he's going to work back towards me. In that case, I might hold off. But otherwise, it's pretty much a waiting game for him to get up out of that bed. Which could be any minute because he's been bedding and getting back up all day. Just got to make the shot count.
What an endeavor that was. It was hard to film everything, but Easton and I basically split up, and I kept eyes on this buck. Easton kind of moved into position, and this buck bedded for 4 hours. Didn't move for 4 hours. I was watching with my binos, and I saw him get up. These cows were moving in on him. I saw him get up out of his bed, so I put my binos down, grabbed my camera, and just before I could hit record, I heard the shot crack off. Easton was just waiting for him to stand up. I watched him run a little ways, and then he piled up. So he's back there by those mountains. Easton cracked off like a 350-yard shot, and he's toast. Let's go. Let's go. Still got a few days left to hopefully get Jake one.
Give me some, brother. Nice shot.
I let the gun buck me.
Did you?
So when I came up, I'm like, been staring through that scope for what, like an hour and a half?
Dude, he was better for 4 hours. 4 hours.
Up here?
Here.
So I lay there for almost 4 hours.
Yep. 4 hours.
What time is it?
Dude, I was going crazy down here. I think it's almost 5. 4 hours. Dude, good shot.
I had no idea what time it was. My phone's been dead.
Oh. Yeah, you definitely got him, dude. Hell yeah.
Dude, I crawled for a mile.
It was so fun
covered
watching
in
you.
mud.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
man,
Oh, my God, yeah.
See my camo.
Yeah.
I'm sopping wet, too. Just army crawling through cactus.
Good
and
shot, dude.
that's why I shot quick. I saw him
No,
stand
I'm
up,
glad you did. I didn't get it.
and I wasn't, like,
Yeah.
rushing because he didn't, like, jump up.
Yeah.
He just got up. You know,
Yeah.
I figured he'd stretch.
Yeah.
So he kind of arched his back or whatever. And I got on him.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking 350 yards.
Yeah.
So I felt so
Good.
good. I'm like, I just
Oh, I don't blame you.
I gotta
I
touch it
honestly, I think I would have had the video, except for when I turned it on, I had the like thumbnail screen up.
Oh.
So I was like trying to get off that, but yeah, I had the thumbnail screen up because you're gonna crap when you see the muley that came off public right behind me on the private.
Oh, really?
Freaking giant.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And all these whitetails were out right here.
There was
feeding them.
a good buck
Yeah.
back there. After I shot, I pulled my binos up. There was a solid whitetail out
Yeah.
there.
Dude, let's go get some pictures of him while the sun
Yeah.
is sweet.
Yeah.
You had a nice little view up here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The cows are probably surrounding him.
I should, yeah. So, guns where I shot from. And we ended up trying to make a move on this buck. He was back here all morning. We spotted him from a high spot. And we finally decided to loop about a mile around. And I got in this drainage over here. And as I was working towards him in his bed, he finally got up. And that was early this morning. he ended up getting up, and we're on a rise right now, that he ended up getting behind, which it really doesn't drop off behind me, as you can see, but from where we were, you couldn't see him anymore. So he ended up going right to the sage, which is where I shot yesterday from and missed, but he ended up out there. So I was able to use just a little bit of terrain we had, get up here to where I could see him in his bed. And according to Nick, that was 4 hours that he sat in that bed, and I sat right here, crawling through mud and cactus and sage and cow patties. And so finally he stood up out of his bed. I felt like I had a rock solid rest with the bipod, and pretty much just dumped him at 350 yards. So we're gonna go check him out.
That's why I thought he kept disappearing. He was just like tucked in.
Yeah, he was behind a bigger sagebrush. Huh. There he is right there.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was looking over there.
So was I.
Yeah, dude.
Those suckers are big.
Yeah.
Wow. He's like a 2x3. Oh, look where I hit him.
Yeah.
Well, you know why.
Quarter.
He was quartered hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Pick him up. Let me see this guy. I think that is the boy from yesterday, isn't it?
Might be. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad one.
No, dude. Public land muley. Look at the noggin on that thing.
I was gonna say, they're just big animals.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the mule deer that we've been after for the last probably 8 or more hours. I know 4 of that was just watching him in his bed. I didn't give him a lot of time once he stood up. There were some cattle that were kind of working his way that I think ended up getting him to stand, which is the reason why Nick did not get it on film. There just wasn't a lot of time to do that. So as you can see though, I mean, just incredible country. My first time out west, and it has not disappointed at all. So apparently the deer density has been a little bit low, according to a few of the ranchers that we've talked to. There was a pretty large kill off last year during the winter time, so they haven't been seeing a lot of deer. And I know yesterday we were able to get on a few that were a little bit bigger than this one, one that was real nice, and I pretty much whiffed. So I wasn't going to let that opportunity slip again. We haven't really been able to get on a ton of deer, so I was not about to pass up this guy. So I'm super thrilled, and we have a long night ahead of us, because we are somewhere around 3 to 4 miles in, and we have to break this dude down, get him in packs, and get him hauled out of here.